vaquitas are very secretive, shy animals, and in 64 days of surveying last year, we only had 28 sightings. So they're hard to find, and they avoid boats, so capturing them by running a net around them would be extremely difficult. And then we don't know how the animals are going to react to being handled. Some porpoises do okay, and other species go into shock. So there's lots of uncertainties, and then there's the non-trivial issue of setting up a pen in sometimes very violent part of the sea, and making sure that they aren't more at risk in one of these pens in a hurricane than they would have been out in the wild.
Well, this sounds like all the bad things about this. There's got to be a good side, like if you don't capture them, they're going to become extinct.
So the reason that they are even closer to extinction than ever before, as you mentioned, is because of this illegal activity where they set these gill nets with no surface markings to catch this big fish, and it means that we have lost 80% of the species in only 4 years. So there's a tremendous amount of ongoing dangers, and despite heroic efforts by the government of Mexico to ban gill nets of legal fishing, the illegal fishing is still an enormous threat, and it isn't contained yet. And so the recovery team thought it's better to have some than none. And I was on a survey in 2006 to find the last of the Yangtze River dolphins and take them into Oxbow lakes to protect them. And we were too late. We lost a species that's been here for 35 million years, and that had a profound effect on all of us, on the recovery team for what then became the most endangered marine mammal in the world. And we have had a lot of discussions on, whether or not taking some action to take some vaquitas into captivity would detract from the Plan A, which is getting the gill nets out of the Gulf. And so we've been very concerned that it will be a bad thing by detracting from what has to happen, and that's getting gill nets out of the Gulf. And it's a real dangerous situation in that regard, but we all agree that if we don't take some steps now to learn whether or not it's feasible to save vaquitas, that door will be closed and we'll have fewer options for saving this species.